The Glenaroua tree planting project has literally changed the landscape of the district.
You walk down through the middle of some of these trees and the bird life in the middle of it is just amazing.
Over 30 years and incredibly 100,000 trees have been planted on 50 properties within the district, and thankfully all by volunteers.
What this achieves is we're building corridors for wildlife to be able to move through. We're protecting waterways and filtering the nutrients out of the system that can move in and affect the water quality. It reduces the speed of the water travelling across the land and also down waterways, reducing the effect of soil erosion in the creek line. But it builds social capital, which is so important, especially in rural areas. We're getting people from Melbourne and other larger centres coming out, and it becomes just a huge happy event.
We became involved particularly within this project via Rotary, and then with Rotary and Landcare we have been part of this project since the late 90s.
I'm 95 and I've got a false leg, and the joke is that I can only walk one way on the slants and walk backwards to recover.
We planted 3,500 trees over 2 days. There was just under 200 people from the community that participated, and it's about 7 hectares that have been fenced off for that area.
It takes 8 to 10 months for each project from planning to delivery. And without Landcare and the volunteer groups coming together, it doesn't happen.
The greatest benefit I see that our club has is being involved, getting out of the city and meeting up with our country.
And the members really enjoyed both the propagation, the growing, the coming up here, and the planting and the fellowship, and the catering was really terrific.
They come from all walks of life. We welcome them all. The corridors are important because they provide, one, as you might see, stock shelter from the southwest winds, and two, avenues for the biodiversity of our original land to coexist with a grazing operation.
It's important for our family business that our environment is harmonised with our livestock production.
We've planted roughly 15,000 trees. We've still got a lot to go, but it's been a huge learning curve.
It's a good shelter belt for cattle as well as animals and wildlife and everything like that.
The aesthetics of the place are literally unmeasurable. We never have visitors that don't mention it. Some people might think that we've given a lot of ground up. We've just allocated different use for it. It's not only a sanctuary and a native wildlife corridor, but at different times of the year we crash graze this, and we use it at shearing time and sometimes at lambing when inclement weather hits us.
It just adds value to everything.
Animal life, bird life particularly, is just brilliant. Love it.
I came here when I left school 55 years ago and none of this existed. So my aim has been to leave it in a better place than when I found it.
So this amazing project is funded on a 50-50 basis between various funders and the landholders involved in the biolinks or corridor projects.
I can't recommend highly enough getting involved in something as similar to this project. I encourage many other farmers and landholders to jump on board.
This project is vital to help farmers in setting their environmental objectives to leave their farms in better condition than when they found them.